Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are going to be talking about how to go from people pleaser to a bitch. You know, it's just very simple. Let me ask you something. When has people pleasing actually worked? When has being a people pleaser actually made you feel good? When has being a people pleaser made you feel empowered and powerful? When has people pleasing actually pleased you? Never. When you people please, that pleases other people, and you end up leaving yourself behind every single time. When you go on social media and people say, love yourself, just love yourself, work out, get ready. No. Is it good to work out? Sure. Is it good to get ready and keep up with yourself? Absolutely, definitely. But that is not the key to self-love. Do those little things help? Yes. Do you want to know the real secret on learning how to love yourself? Do you want to know what trait actually defines self-love? Is always showing up for yourself and stop abandoning yourself to make other people happy or to make other people feel comfortable or to please everybody else around you. That is literally the definition of self-love, is to show up for yourself and stop trying to be, excuse my language here, but stop trying to be Captain Save-A-Ho and try to fix everybody and save everything and, you know, come up with solutions for everybody and show up for everyone. You never say no and you always say yes and you always answer your phone, you always text back, you're always available, you're always on call for everyone, you always have to show up. There's a difference between showing up for people while abandoning yourself, or showing up for people sometimes but also prioritizing yourself no matter what. Like, let me ask you guys something. Have you guys ever seen a super pretty woman? Like, she's just like she's gorgeous, right? And you want to be her friend, you get to know her and you realize how ugly she is on the inside, and that actually transfers out and you end up looking ugly as a person. So just because someone is all dolled up and looks good, it doesn't mean that they love themselves. It doesn't mean that they show up for themselves. It doesn't mean that they're a good person. It doesn't mean that they're as beautiful on the inside as they are on the outside. So the best way to not be a people pleaser anymore, and the best way to be confident, is to stop abandoning yourself. For example, if you tell yourself, you know what, I'm gonna start working out come Monday morning, and you don't do that, and you're like, I'll just do it Tuesday, right? These tiny little habits become part of you abandoning yourself, right? And to you, it's just like, oh my God, it's not a big deal, I'll just start tomorrow. No, it is a big fucking deal. It is a big deal. Showing up for yourself is a big deal, because no one else is showing up for you. Who is knocking on your door trying to save you? Who's checking in on you every day? Who's making sure you're good every day? Nobody. You have to show up for yourself. So these little habits that are bad, truly, like, it plays a huge part in people pleasing, right? You're so busy abandoning yourself while showing up for other people, and you wonder why you feel like shit. You wonder why sometimes life is actually really good and you can't figure out why you feel like shit still, because you've abandoned yourself time and time again. Oh, you know, come next week, I'm gonna have a better skincare routine. Or come next week, I'm gonna finally stand up to this. I'm gonna finally, I'm gonna finally leave this relationship. And like, you don't do the things that you want to do. You don't do the things that you know you need to do. You don't do the things that you know is hard to do, but it's gonna change your life in a positive way, because it's too scary. I'm scared. What if I fail? What if they get mad? What if they don't like me anymore? Like, what if you just stop giving a fuck, right? One thing I always say is give limited fucks. When I wake up in the morning every day, literally, one of my first thoughts, besides getting my coffee, one of my first thoughts is, what are my top 5 fucks I'm gonna give today? I'm gonna care about my fitness, because I'm not gonna miss a workout. I'm gonna care about my job, my work, because I'm not gonna miss that. I'm gonna care about my animals, because I mean, they need me, whatever. And then my family, I give myself 5 fucks to give. And if it's not on my list for the day, I'm not gonna care about it. If I get a hate comment, I'm not gonna care about it. You know why? That wasn't on my to-do list today. That wasn't on my list of me caring about that day. You know what I mean? So on your list, you should always have things that's gonna benefit you and make you grow as a person. Now, I'm not sitting here and telling you to be a complete selfish person, but there is a difference between being a good kind of selfish and a bad kind of selfish. A bad kind of selfish is someone who quite literally doesn't do shit for anybody, right? And they just expect everyone to show up for them, but they never show up for anyone. They expect everyone to reach out to them, call them, ask them to hang out, but they don't ask no one to hang out. They don't do shit for anybody. So I'm not talking about those kind of people. I'm not telling you to be a selfish person. I'm telling you to be a bitch. Because there's nothing wrong with that. There's really nothing wrong with that. Have you ever been such a big people pleaser? And yeah, you made everyone else happy around you, and everyone was just like, yes, like, good job, like, we love you. And then the minute you set boundaries, bitches start to fold on you. People start to bend. Now everybody's fucking mad. Now everybody's uncomfortable. Now you're too much. Now you're hard to like be around. Now you're just like, you're a headache. Now it's just like, you changed. You changed. I don't even know who you are anymore. Wow, you changed. Yeah, try it sometimes. Like, when you set boundaries and you stop people pleasing and you show up for yourself more as you should, because you should quite literally be your biggest fan, you're going to piss off a lot of people. You're going to make a lot of people very uncomfortable. A lot of people are not going to like it. They're going to talk shit about you. But the only people that will ever get mad at you setting boundaries are the ones who used to benefit off of you not having any. So I don't know, if you ask me, what would I rather be labeled as? She's just a bitch. Or, no, she's a people pleaser. Like, trust me, she won't say no. Just trust me, she won't. Like, no. 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 I'm gonna say no. And it's unfortunate that people have to call us a bitch, right? But, hey, I'd much rather be that than be easy to play with. You gotta choose which one you want to be. If your boundaries actually end up pushing people away, you made the right decision. Because the people who actually love you and are genuinely here for you, they're going to want you to grow. They're going to respect your boundaries. They're going to be like, hey, you know what? I respect that. You know what? I want some boundaries too. You inspired me, right? And you guys can just grow together, even in friendships, family, relationships, anything. But if people don't like that you're setting boundaries and deciding to not be a people pleaser anymore, and they get mad at that and they take that as like a stab, like a jab, like an attack, oh my God, like, you're a bitch, like, the trash literally took itself out of your life. And you're mad? You're mad. You're sad. You didn't... Just because people walk out of your life doesn't mean you lost. Not everyone you lose is a loss. Sometimes losing people will quite literally save your life and save your mental health. You can't keep abandoning yourself to show up for other people just to be more liked. Like, bro, do you want to be liked or do you want to be respected? Because the right people will do both. They'll still love you past your boundaries and they'll respect you. But the wrong people will choose to just not like you anymore because, God forbid, you wanted better for yourself. The best way to prioritize yourself and stop people pleasing is to start putting yourself first. Start taking your life seriously. Start saying no to people. Stop saying yes when you want to say no. Stop saying you'll go to everything you're invited to when you don't fucking want to go. Stop putting yourself around people who don't love themselves. Stop putting yourself around people who don't help you grow. Start showing up for yourself. Like, if you have plans to take yourself on a solo lunch date, like just me, myself, and my book, don't cancel that because one of your friends reached out and they're like, hey, do you want to hang out? I'm free. People pleaser would say, you know what? This solo date shit, I could do another day. I'm always going to be here. Yeah, cool, that's fine. It's not fine. It's not, that's how you people please. And you end up abandoning yourself. Every time. And every little time you do this shit to yourself, you create a people pleaser. You create a doormat. You create someone that is always available for everyone and never available for themselves. Instead, if you have plans to go on a solo date, which is you by yourself at the coffee shop with your book, and your friend reaches out, or your boyfriend, or the guy you're talking to, or the girl you're talking to, and they're like, hey, like, you want to hang out? I'm actually free today. I have a long lunch today. Don't just be like, oh, yeah. No, be like, you know what? Although I'd love to, I already had plans today, but I'm free tomorrow. Hey, I'm free later this week. I'm down. So you could still be there for people and still say yes, you know? But don't say yes to people first and always say no to yourself and keep abandoning yourself and saving yourself for later. Like, we have to hold ourselves to the same standard that we hold people that we date. I'm just gonna put it in like a girl perspective towards a guy. I'm not saying girls can't be shitty either, but this is what I'm saying. Let's just say a girl's dating a guy and she really wants to be official with him, and you know, she's like really into him, and this girl's like doing everything, and she's truly the whole package, right? But he wants to keep her while still having his cake and eating it. So he doesn't want to settle down with her, but he also doesn't want to let her go. So instead, he's going to play with her and, you know, fuck up her mind a little bit and breadcrumb her to give her enough to stay, but not enough to leave, right? While entertaining a whole lot of other bitches when 50 bitches can't even equal this woman right here. So essentially, what this guy is trying to do is he's trying to save you for later. He's trying to just save you for later. Like, I want you, but not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet. I want to do this, not yet. Like, you can't fucking save me for later. What am I, leftovers for the fridge? No. The way we don't let people save us for later, we're like, oh, hell no. Like, this guy is clearly playing games. I'm done. I'm walking away. I'm going to go be with someone that, you know, doesn't save me for later. That is the same exact concept as abandoning yourself. Same exact concept. You can't always save yourself for later. Hey, you know, like, damn, I don't want to pick up this phone call because I'm doing my you know, my self-care. But they really need me. Hello? Damn, I don't want to text back because I don't feel like texting back. I'll text him back, you know, let me just text back right now. It's already here. Damn, you know what? I don't really like, stop doing that shit. When you make these tiny bad habits into tiny good habits, you create the best version of yourself. It's not about always being liked and always being available. It's about being respected. If someone invites you somewhere, or someone asks you to do something, or someone, whatever the case may be, you know, there's nothing wrong with also giving a small explanation if that makes you feel better. But we have to get comfortable with understanding that simply saying no is a response. Simply just saying no, that is a full sentence. We don't always have to over-explain to make them feel better why we said no. No, it's no. That's it. And is that comfortable to do or hear on the other receiving end? No. Does it make you feel good? Yeah. Like, building these little habits make you feel more powerful. Like, damn, you know what? I can do this shit. You know what? I do feel stronger after doing that. I mean, that was scary, but like, I didn't die. Like, did you die in doing that? Did you die when you set boundaries? No. Don't apologize when you want to say no. Don't be like, hey, no, I can't go, but I'm so sorry, James. Don't hate me. Like, that's not cute. Be like, oh, you know what, I'm actually not available today, but I'll catch you next time for sure. And then sure, take it upon yourself to make plans with them, because I mean, we also can't just sit here and say no and expect everyone to just keep coming to chase us and make plans with us. Like, no, we got to put in effort too. But what I'm saying is, don't apologize for not being available. Don't apologize for missing a phone call. I'm sorry I missed your call. I'm so sorry. Are you? Genuinely? You're not. So why do you say this? I'm so sorry. I didn't text back right away. I'm sorry. I was just tied up. Like, are you sorry though? Did you actually hurt this person? No. If you're in a relationship, that's different. Y'all gotta communicate and, not leave each other on red and all that. I'm not talking about that. Stop saying sorry when you're not. Stop saying sorry when you didn't do anything wrong. Stop saying sorry because you missed a phone call, you missed their text message, or because you couldn't come to their birthday party, or because you couldn't come to their hangout. Like, you don't have to apologize for prioritizing yourself. You don't have to apologize for locking in and focusing on yourself. You don't have to apologize for these things. You only apologize when you actually hurt somebody. You apologize when you know that you hurt someone. You know you said some shit you shouldn't have said, or you did some shit you shouldn't have done. But you don't apologize for not being always available for them. Being available for people 24/7 is the most exhausting thing ever. And it doesn't even feel good at that. So why you keep doing something that feels like shit? Ask yourself that why. That is quite literally how you stop being a people pleaser, and how you start showing up for yourself, and how you gain so much confidence. I'm not saying this is easy. This is one of the hardest things to do, and it's taken me forever to do any of these things. And even though I can do these things, I have some days where I like just lose my mind and I'm like, damn, like I didn't do good today, you know? That's okay. That's what, you know, being a human is. As hard as these things are to do, it's so essential to show up for yourself and stick to this. You know what I mean? The goal is not to be perfect, it's to be better. The goal is not to be a selfish person, it's to be a person that shows up for themselves. The goal is to not always be liked, it's to be respected. The goal is to not always be available, it's to be valued. How can someone value your time if it's always available? How can someone value your presence if you always offer it? Like, yeah, here, I'm free. Yeah, I'm free. Like, no, I'm not free. You know, sometimes I be telling people I'm not available when I just want to sit at home and do nothing. I'd be like, no, I'm not free. But like, I'm actually available, right? I'm free. But the reason why I say no sometimes is because I already had plans with myself. I had plans to do my skincare and wind down. I had plans to watch my favorite show tonight. I had plans to spend time with my partner tonight. I'm not going to put that on hold just because you want to kick it. No, we'll make plans for another time where we both show up for each other, right? But it's really not a flex to always be available for everybody. It's not. And it doesn't feel good. So don't act like it does. When you end up feeling empty and like a low fucking battery every time you're done prioritizing everybody else besides yourself. It's not going to be easy, but it's going to be worth it. Make sure these tiny little bad habits that you do become tiny little good habits that you do. And just watch. Just watch how your life will change. You are always one decision away from a better life. If you just switch up your mindset with little habits, baby steps, doing the work, you know, all that stuff, you will become unrecognizable. You got this. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to leave a like down below, comment down below, let me know what you thought of this video. And as always, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss a video because I post weekly. Mwah. Love you guys. Bye.